Well, Bears get back to work today on this Tuesday morning. It's been a bye week. It seems like it's been a while since the Bears actually got themselves on the football field. I know it's just been a 1 week, but the bye week seemed to take a little bit of a time. The Bears needed it. They needed to get healthy. Hopefully they have. I expect to see TJ Edwards back on the field when they get to Washington. I expect to see Kyler Gordon back on the field when they get to Washington. Grady Jarrett certainly needed some time to heal up his knee, although I think he's probably going to end up dealing with that the majority of the season. That's just the nature of how those knees go, but they'll do some maintenance on them, get them ready to go on game day each and every week. Colston Loveland missed the game in Vegas. He should be hopefully back and ready to do his thing as well. So they need to get healthy. They also need to do some reassessments, some self-scouts, see where they at. Hopefully they took care of all of those things, and now they can turn their full attention to Jayden Daniels, who is back after he missed a couple of games with a knee injury. He's back. The Commanders took care of business in their previous game. We'll get into that as well. But now the Bears are trying to figure out, have they found themselves? Have they established an identity? What is it? Is it just based on we believe in ourselves? We believe we can find ways to win games, whereas in recent years, the history has been the Bears, they get in a close game, they'll find a way to lose it. Now they believe they can find a way to win it. That belief could take them a long way, or maybe not. Identity is important offensively and defensively. What is their defensive identity? We shut down the run, we shut down the pass, we got after the quarterback. We don't really do none of those things. What the Bears have done is take the ball away 8 times in the last 2 games, both of them victories, one over the Dallas Cowboys, the other obviously over the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know that that's a sustainable formula. I don't know if they can continue to take the ball away at a 4 times a game clip. That's really, really high. I know this is Chicago Bears defense. We're used to seeing the ball being taken away, but 4 times a game is asking a lot. They're still not stopping the run. They're still not really getting off the field on 3rd down. They are playing pretty good in the red zone. A big reason why is Tremaine Edmonds. He's playing really good football for the Bears right now. He's causing takeaways. He's creating big, game-changing impact plays, the types of plays that we've been wanting to see from him for quite some time. You're seeing those things take place for him right now. The Bears can get healthy, get on the same page, continue to develop offensively. They've played well at times this season offensively. First drives of games, they've been able to put touchdown drives together. Late in games, they've been able to go down and get points when they needed to. But can they play a full 4-quarter offensive football game? They haven't been able to do that just yet. They'll need to do that in Washington if they're going to go out there and beat Jayden Daniels and those boys. We all know it's a huge revenge game. It's a get-back game. It's the place where the Bears season fell apart last year. They were 4-2 coming back from London, going to that game in Washington. Bears didn't play very well, but they thought they had found a way to steal the game late. We know what happened. Hail Mary, Tyreek Stevenson, everything else. The fullback backup center fumble. We know everything that went wrong out in Washington. The Bears are looking to exercise some of those demons right now. Now, I don't know if Ben Johnson takes the approach of that was last year. I wasn't even here. I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with me, right? We're not even going to talk about that stuff. Or if he kind of leans into this idea of, one, Tyreek and the defense exercising their demons, but also Mr. Williams, Mr. West. Mr. Williams has to go out there and prove that, hey, I was the number 1 pick in that draft. Not Buddy. No disrespect to Jayden Daniels. But listen, Jayden Daniels won Rookie of the Year. Okay? He took his team to the conference championship. Right now, the narrative is that they got the better of the 2 quarterbacks. Caleb, I don't know. We're going to talk to him a couple times this week. We'll see, what his demeanor is, how he feels about that. I'm sure he'll downplay it. Oh, it's just another game. I don't know that it's just another game. I think it should be a statement game for him. It should be a statement game for this defense. It should be a statement game for this football team. And if they can take care of business, then they come back home 3-2. They get the Saints, a team that they should beat, maybe looking at themselves at 4-2. And now you start to look around the league. Schedule don't look as bad as it did a few weeks ago, right? When you thought Baltimore was a juggernaut. They trash. We're going to talk about them later. Thought the Bengals, tough place to go play. No Joe Burrow, no Bengals. Trash. Not as tough a place to play as you thought it might be. So now the schedule's starting to look a little bit different. Philly even, vulnerable, right? Starting to look a little bit different as you assess what the Bears got coming up down the road. But first, they got to take care of business out in D.C. We'll see if they can. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go around the league, and we'll have Gene in the building. Forgive me a Sawbuck segment. Later on, we're going to get into what's becoming my favorite segment, Buddy Ass Tweaking. We'll wait to see who that is. Although if you watch football this weekend, you know who that is. This is the Herb Howard Show. I am Herb Howard. Thank y'all for being here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Got to take a quick break. When we come back, Gene will join me on the sofas, if you will. Give me a sawbuck. What's happening?
Look, welcome to Plants on the Gridiron. It's Chicago's first and only plant-based tailgate.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Bigger world, baby.
And here's what we love. It is Chicago's most unique event. We combine health, we combine sports, love of football, and you gotta bear down. Chicago Bears, baby.
The community coming together and just enjoying some really good plant-based food. There's people here that are meat eaters, there's people here that are fully plant-based, and we can come together as a community and just really have an impactful event.
Because we are Chicago homegrown. Come late, the food gonna be gone.
I am the Sumo, Morgan Park, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Kyrie Irving. You're tuned into the Bigs.
What's happening is Dame Lillard, a.k.a. Dame Dollar, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
Welcome back into the Herb Howard Show. My name is Herb Howard. Thank y'all so very, very much for choosing to be here. As always, if you want to join the conversation, feel free to do so. Your comments are valued and appreciated. I'll read through as many of them as I can while we go through, P. So if you don't mind, pop some of them joints up on the screen. Crystal, good morning. Daniel Trump, good morning. Good brother Sadiq, good morning. What's the word? Appreciate y'all all for checking in. Truly, truly appreciate it. Anthony, what's happening? Appreciate you. Listen, man, it's a pivotal moment for the Bears right now. Pivotal moment for the Bears right now, G. They started 0-2. We said they was dead, all right? They went out and won the next two. Now they feeling like they're alive, and they got a chance to turn this thing around. Maybe they do. Or, because I saw the Raiders get smacked by the Colts.
The Raiders.
Colts dropped 40 on them people.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, did we turn things around? Or did we run into a couple scrubs? Dallas without CeeDee Lamb. Dallas terrible defense. We went out there and put some points up on them boys, plus took the ball away 4 times. You go to Vegas, you take the ball away 4 times, and you still only win by 1 point. And it took a field goal block to do that with 4 takeaways. So I'm saying, I ain't trying to be a what they say, a wet blanket, a cold blanket. I ain't trying to do that. But I am trying to be realistic about what happened these past couple of weeks versus what that may mean going forward.
Are you being a negative Nancy, man?
Am I being a negative Nancy? Shout out to Nancy.
I think I agree with you, brother.
First off, thank you again for having me. It's always a pleasure to
Thank
step
you.
into the building with my brother H2.
Always a pleasure, my brother.
You know the saying, bro. You play who's in front of you.
Yeah, facts.
Take advantage of who's in front of you.
You don't apologize for whooping on the weak team.
I want to know what your thoughts are on.
But they didn't whoop the Raiders, though. That's what I'm saying. I see what the coach did to him.
What a coach in Indianapolis? They were Lucas Oil.
I think so.
So they had a home field. You know how it is. You know better than
40
anybody.
on them people.
You go into the opponent's territory.
Sure.
They got the advantage. It's up to you to overcome everything that's against you, and
Sure.
the Bears did that.
They did.
So give them credit.
No
However,
doubt.
I do agree. Geno is out here looking huff.
He is looking huff.
Dallas without CD, even though Dak is having an MVP type of offensive performance so far.
He
but
tends
go
to.
ahead, take care of them.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts going for the Bears going into the bye week and coming out of the bye week with that W? Does that swing the momentum in their favor coming out?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely feel good going into the bye week off a dub, right?
Two in a row.
2 in a row. 2 in a row. You definitely feel good about it. In terms of how you go into your self-assessment, how you look at the things you have done, the things you want to continue to build upon. Where do you want to improve some things that maybe you didn't do so well those first 4 weeks?
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely much better to go into the bye, on a 2-game winning streak, right? You get to get healthy. You start to look at guys coming back, Kyler Gordon, T.J. Edwards, some others. So yeah, you feel good about it, right? And I feel good about it too. But I'm just trying to be realistic here and say, okay, let's just see, right? Let's just see. And I think this game is the perfect test. I think this game is perfect. And I just saw somebody in the comments saying that this game, will tell the story and propel them forward maybe. So I agree with that 100%. I think for me, I'm just like, all right, let's just, before I start, talking about, oh, they're going to be super this and super that, it's like, let's just wait and see for a second how this game goes, because I think this game will be important.
Well, the Bears are coming in -4.
Yeah.
So, and then I hear a lot, you just mentioned it, talking
+4.
about Bears are +4, excuse me. Yeah. Commanders are -4. People talk about the revenge game. We all know what happened last year. For me, I think as Caleb coming into this week, forget all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to continue the upward trajectory.
Sure.
Because
when
I think about it, you think about 2 sophomore quarterbacks, but I'm also looking at Bo Nix, Drake May, Drizzy. And I feel like it's unfair to compare the quarterbacks because it's still a team concept. The quarterback is the man, but it's still a team concept. And those are 4 different ball clubs when you talk about the success of each. So and what also stands out to me is when we talk about Jaden Daniels, I think a lot of people were wondering, was he going to have that C.J. Stroud sophomore slump? And after missing those couple games and coming back demonstrating this last week, I think Jaden Daniels is on business, man.
Listen, I think Jaden Daniels is the complete package at the quarterback position. The arm talent, the athleticism, he's very cerebral. He can think the game. He can read coverages. He gets good information pre-snap, and he's able to quickly translate that to what happens post-snap. And he's able to find those answers quickly. And I love that about him. He's able to improvise when the play breaks down. But what I like about him as much as anything is his leadership qualities, his teammates, how they galvanize themselves around him. And he leads them in a way that is rare. It's not coachable. Like, people either want to be around you or they don't. People want to follow you or they don't.
Right.
You have those types of qualities, and you can see it in a person. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't got to be quarterback. Like, just because you play quarterback, a person has those things or they don't. And he has those things. And you can see it and you can feel it. He's tough. People, oh, he's small. He's not going to be able to withstand a 17-game season. The boy won Rookie of the Year, took them damn near to the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, he's tough. I just like everything about his game. Now, in terms of Caleb and the comparisons and all that, those things are going to happen. It just is what it is. Is it fair? No. I agree with you 100%. It's different situations, different coaches, different parts of the process that each organization is in. So, yeah, all of that is different, but the comparisons are going to be there regardless. And I think, for me, I believe it to be human nature to just look over there and see, like, what they saying about Buddy in comparison to me. And maybe that's not the healthiest thing to do, and I'm sure we'll talk to Caleb, and I'm going to ask him about it if nobody else does. And I'm sure he'll say, it's just another game. I don't really look at it like that. And I'm going to call cap on that. Yeah, I think that's complete bullshit. 100%. I think it's the right answer. I'm not saying the answer is bullshit. Right. I don't think it's true. You know what I'm saying? I think human nature says the whole world is comparing me to this dude. You out your damn mind. This is my perspective. It's Mike and Clyde Drexler. When they was like, Clyde Drexler and Mike, they're the same player in 92. Mike said, what?
Okay, I'm going to have to show y'all.
I must now. Yeah. I must now. Now I got to come out game one of his 6 threes for no reason. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, that I think it's just human nature. And some people avoid it and like, nah. And some people lean into it like a Mike, like a Kobe. Like we heard Caleb talk about his rookie year. I remember the very first thing I asked him was why he wasn't ducking the smoke like that. He was like, why duck it? It's here.
It's here.
I'm here. Let's rock. So I don't, we'll see how he handles this particular conversation, but it certainly is a conversation, and it will continue to be.
And I feel like the competitor in you, you have to want to embrace that, especially in the NFL. This is no holds barred, so you have to want to embrace that. But also, and I don't want to spend too much time on Jayden Daniels, but I think on top of everything else you just mentioned about him, I think it's the joy that we see him playing with. He's always smiling. Even in the trench, he reminds me of Donovan McNabb in that sense. Yeah. You never saw McNabb with a scowl or like this mean, tough look. He get hit, he get in the trenches, and he hop up and be smiling. He might tap the defender on the top of the helmet, something like that. But I think Jayden Daniels, the joy that he plays with, is something else that resonates with his teammates. So
shout out to Brother Sadiq. I see him in the comments saying it's apples to oranges, comparing the two. Listen, it could be apples to oranges all day. The comparison is going to linger forever, right? And so the situation can be different, the offense can be different, their histories in college can be different. All of that is cool. The comparison of the two of them will last forever. So, they better get comfortable with it. Jayden Daniels seems quite comfortable with it, and why wouldn't he be? He won the first matchup, and, his team had a ton of success. Caleb needs to win this matchup, and then his team needs to have a ton of success.
Well, we saw what Max Crosby did, the one-man band, right? Well, now you're talking about a Washington defense with a front four that's probably as wicked as any front four in the league. So
they outside.
What are we doing? What schemes is Ben? What are they working on this week? What type of schemes do you see Ben Johnson working on to try to keep his jersey as clean as possible?
The most impressive thing I've seen and heard from Coach Johnson and his tenure as Bears quarterback, short as it's been, is his willingness and ability to adapt his game plan to the task at hand for this particular opponent.
Okay.
Right? He's not one of those coaches that's just stuck in his ways. Or I want to run this system. I want to play ball this way. So this is what we're gonna do. He's willing to say, I don't care. Like, what do we need to do to beat this particular defense?
Right.
And so I think he'll come in there, him and his staff will get a good game plan together for Caleb and those guys. And I know they'll have a good first 15 scripted, right? I talked about that in the opening, that they've come out, they've put touchdown drafts together in opening drafts, which the Bears didn't do at all last year.
All right.
So, I think he'll have a good game plan together, whether it's running the ball, whether it's throwing the ball, whether it's, moving that defense side to side, or, kind of changing their eye points and doing those different things to create some misdirection. So I think he'll have a good game plan. I think they'll start fast. The question for me is, how do they perform in the middle of these games? Caleb has been a solid performer at the end of games, even going back to his rookie year. And now they're playing well at the beginning of games. It's those long lulls in the middle where they don't do shit.
Right.
And it's like, we're giving you 8 takeaways in 2 games. I need y'all to cash these in for touchdowns so there don't have to be this drama at the end of the game. If I'm giving you the ball 4 extra times, bro, we need to be up at least 2 possessions. You know what I mean? So I think how they play, late first, second quarter, third quarter, that's going to be as important to me as what they do the first drive or the last drive of the game. I'm confident they can perform well in those situations. Caleb does well in the game, and Ben Johnson is great at the beginning of the game. What happens in the middle will tell this story, if you ask me.
You had that lull is it RFK? Am I telling my age?
It's not RFK, and it's crazy because we've been there this is the third.
I haven't been there. You've been there.
Yeah, this is the third year in a row the Bears have gone to there. It's not RFK. It's like FedEx. It's FedEx something or another. And I actually like the perspective of the press box. It's the lowest press box in the league. It's not in the perfect place. Ideally, it's in the back right corner of the end zone, but it's low on the field in terms of just being closer to the action. They need a new stadium. Everything else around it is pretty much a dump, so they are going to get a new one. But I don't mind going there. And it's, like I said, it's been 3 years in a row that the Bears have gone there, which is rare for a non-division opponent. So,
well, if the Bears have those type of lulls out there this week, might find themselves getting run up out of D.C., man. So,
and that will be a problem.
2 things. Does Rome continue the TD streak this week?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. He scored a touchdown in every game. This year he's the only Bear to do that, the first 4 games since Walter Payton. So, yeah, I think he continues the streak. I think that Rome is just so completely consistent, dependable, a great route runner, good hands at the point of the catch. And he's got such great chemistry with Caleb. Him and Caleb are always on the same page. Anytime Caleb gets in trouble, he's looking for Rome. So, yeah, why not? I don't think he's going to – right now he's on pace for 20 touchdowns. Do I think he's going to have 20 touchdowns? Probably not. But if you ask me if he'll get one more this week, sure. Get Rome a touchdown out in Washington. It's homecoming for Caleb Williams, too. That's where he's from. Got to take a quick break. Anything else?
Prediction.
Okay. I think you feel it when I was talking about it earlier. I want to be positive, but it's I also want to be realistic. When I look at that Raiders team, that's not a good football team. I look at that Dallas team, especially without CeeDee Lamb and the 4. I don't think that the Bears can continue taking the ball away 4 times a game. The offense hasn't been consistent enough for me, and defensively they still haven't been able to stop the run. I think the Commanders have a little bit too much firepower. I think they're too good on both sides of the ball. I'll take Washington 27-17.
Bears 17.
Ooh.
Commanders.
Ooh.
16.
A defensive struggle, huh? Dubs. Y'all heard the man. 17-16, a defensive struggle. I don't know what this defense he talking about is coming from, but somewhere, I suppose.
The run defense comes alive this week, guys.
Shout out to TJ Edwards. He's back. He should be back. That'll help them out a ton. I want to be wrong. Listen, I want to be wrong every time I pick the Bears not to win. But subjectively, I got to call it how I think it will be. And I don't think they're going to win this football game. I want them to. As a fan and as a reporter, my job is much, much better when they win. And I'm much happier as a person because I'm a Bears fan. So hopefully you're right. I would love to be wrong. We both got the Bears scoring 17 points. I got that on the losing side. Gene got it on the winning side. We got to take a quick break. I'm going to crack this can open. Shout out to our sponsor, Moore's Brewing Company. If you're not into them, get into them. They got the special edition October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In football, you start to see all the pink cleats and all those types of things. Moore's Brewing Company hopping in as well. On the other side of this break, we're going to go around the league, some of the games I thought was most interesting. And buddy ass tweaking. Somebody put in the chat who y'all think going to get the award this week for buddy ass tweaking. It's the Herb Howard Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Herb Howard Show. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all so very, very much for y'all's opinions. P, is there anything in the chat that somebody guess who Buddy Ass Tweaking is? No, but I see some of these predictions. 21-23 Bears. This is my first week picking the Bears, and I think I'm going to regret it. Hey, you got to jump on at some point. Washington excels at run blocking. Oh, that moved pretty quick. We'll come back to that, man, but let's go around the league right now real quick. Some of the games I found to be most intriguing over this past week. First of all, let's just go ahead and start with last night. That Monday night game was cracking. I didn't even have it on my initial list of games I was super interested in, but I did watch it, and it was really, really exciting. 31-28, the Jags beat the Chiefs in Jacksonville. It was a very, very exciting game, man. Shout out to Goldilocks. I think they finally, like Trevor Lawrence, I think people are finally believing that he can be the player that they thought he was. I don't know if he's ever going to be this all-world, consistent guy, whatever, but I think you can win with him. He's got the athleticism, he's got the arm talent, and his teammates seem to rock with him. So they made the plays when they needed to. The man got his foot stepped on, fell down, got up, fell down, got up, and then made his way to the end zone on the game-winning score. But I think it was just a good game back and forth. Shout out to Travis Hunter. He made some big plays in the game, playing both sides of the ball. Love to see him continue to do his thing. The Chiefs will continue to just be who the Chiefs are, hang around, make the plays they need to make. But ultimately, the Jaguars are 4-1, and head coach Liam Cohen, the rookie head coach, Duval. They may forgive him for that after all. We'll see how they continue to roll out there. The 72 Dolphins, that sound you just heard, that was the 72 Dolphins popping the corks on all their champagne bottles like they do every single time that their undefeated season is no longer threatened by any other team. This year it comes in week 5 as the 4-0 Eagles fall in defeat, as well as the 4-0 Buffalo Bills. First, the Broncos went out to the Eagles. The road wins is going to become a theme throughout this whole segment around the league. Broncos 21, Eagles 17. Broncos looking like the real deal. Eagles, everybody's so ready for the Eagles to just fall off, man. They weren't going to go 17-0. It's cool. Do they got to figure out their offense? Get some things together? Sure. But don't act like people just going to start going out to the link and smoking them boys. It's not true. The roster's too good, offensively and defensively. Eagles will be fine. Pipe down. But the Broncos did go out there and take care of business 21-17. The Pats went on the road. They say we back in this division, Joe. Went on the road to Buffalo. Beat Josh Allen and the Bills. Final score was 23-20 in that one. Shout out to Drizzy Drake. They taking care of business out there in the Pats, man. So, they went up there, got a win that they needed to get. The Bucs continue to do what the Bucs have done all season long, namely play good football, hang around, find a way to win it in the end. They did it again, this time on the road at the Seahawks. Final score was 38-35, high-scoring game, but Baker Mayfield is playing MVP football right now. If the season would start right now, that trophy and award would rightfully be his. Shout out to Baker Mayfield and the Bucs for what they're doing right now. 49ers continue to have their voices heard in that NFC West conversation. They did it without their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy. They now have another former Patriots quarterback, Mac Jones, out there looking good, man, looking good. They say Shanahan wanted him in the first place coming out of the draft. Didn't really work out that way. They ended up going Trey Lance. That turned into a whole thing, whatever. But funny how things come back around. Mac Jones is now with Coach Shanahan, and he played a really, really good game, probably the best game of his career. They beat the Rams 26-23. The Rams continue to be fine. Matthew Stafford and those boys continue to do their thing. But the 49ers are getting back in this conversation when it seemed like maybe they weren't going to be around. I'll tell you who ain't going to be around. The gosh doggone Ravens. Them boys 1-4. They got smoked at the crib. The Texans came on the road 44-10. C.J. Stroud, a lot of questions about that offense. Is he going to revert back to the form we saw his rookie year or not? Can they put points on the board? They put a ton of points on the board against the Baltimore Ravens in that defense, 44-10. Baltimore better get it together, but, maybe it won't be as dangerous a place for the Bears to go here in a few weeks because right now that team is just not looking good. No Lamar Jackson, we understand that, but shit, 44-10. That is no bueno. But those are the games that happened around the league that I thought were pretty interesting, that had some, impact on the big picture around the league, but also some of the things over on the Bears. Desto, What up, Joe? Shout out to Destiny for the super chat, $2. Thank you so very, very much, Desto. We appreciate you. Respect the shooter, man. Shout out to Desto. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, it's rapidly becoming my favorite segment, man. Buddy ass tweaking. All it means is somebody did something very, very stupid. I think y'all know who it is. When we come back from this very, very quick break, we'll do Buddy ass tweaking, then we will wrap things up. I got to get up to Hallis. This is the Herb Howard Show. Be right back.
I am the Sumo, Morgan Park, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Kyrie Irving. You're tuned into the Bigs.
What's happening is Dame Lillard, a.k.a. Dame Dollar, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
Make no mistake about it, this is a Chicago show. We talk about the Bears. We show reference for people like D Rose and many others, including Michael Jordan, the GOAT, of course. We talk about Give Me a Sawbuck as one of our segments, but perhaps the most Chicago thing on this show is this segment right here. Buddy ass tweaking. If you're not from the crib, sorry, that's just how we talk. Buddy ass tweaking. This week, it was so obvious who was going to be the winner of this week's Buddy Ass Tweaking Award. Running back Emari Demercado from the Arizona Cardinals. Man busted a 72-yard touchdown run. Well, it should have been a touchdown run until he got to the goal line and said, I don't want it. Just decided to sit the ball down. What are you doing? Like, why would you just drop the ball before you cross the goal line? It's one of the things I hate the most. It is rapidly starting to happen more and more around the National Football League and in college football. Y'all ass be so thirsty to celebrate. Bro, cross the goal line first. After you cross the goal line, I don't care what you do. You can dance, you can do backflips, you can jump in the stands, you can call your girl, you can wave at your mama, you can dance with your teammate. I don't care what you do. Cross the fucking goal line, bro. We do not pay you to celebrate. We pay you to score touchdowns. You score a touchdown when you take the football in your possession across the goal line. Why are you so thirsty, bro? You didn't carry the ball for 72 yards. You can't carry it for one more? Emari Demercado, G. Ton of respect for you. Former undrafted guy, made a career for yourself, earned some bread for your family. And I think you're a pretty good running back, to be honest with you. But Buddy ass is tweaking, G. Unacceptable. You cannot do this type of stuff. It makes me furious, G. I would be cutting people off the team for this shit, G. Like, take the ball across the goal line. Finish the play. That's what you hear Coach talk. Finish the play. Finish the play. Do the echo of the whistle. Finish the play. You so thirsty to drop the ball. Why? I can't stand it, man. I cannot stand it. I'll be cutting people off the team. I'll be so emotional. His coach, shout out to his coach, man. Jonathan Gannon, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. He came out and apologized on Monday morning because on Sunday, he went ballistic on Emari on the sideline. All in his face, yelling at him, gave him a blow to the chest. I don't know if it was a punch or a backhand, gave him another swipe to the arm. I'm not condoning hitting these grown men. I'm not saying none of that is okay, but I do understand it because I felt that kind of anger and fury as well. I remember being a coach just thinking about how I would handle those things. And I would just probably tell a player, like I would have told one of my other coaches, take his ass out the game, right? And don't put him back in the game again. I'm not going to tell him because if I tell him, I'm going to go like Coach Gannon and go off on him and get to put my hands on him. So one of y'all take his ass out of the game, tell him to stay way the fuck away from me at this point because right now I can't deal with what he on. Coach Gannon, not saying that was the right thing to do. I guess I respect you coming out and apologizing, for overreacting because I think what Coach Gannon did, and this is the only reason I think the apology was warranted. The apology was warranted. I think Coach did the same thing the player did. You got too excited in the moment, right? He got so excited that about the touchdown, he dropped the football. You got so excited he dropped the football that you start going off on him and putting your hands on him. If you're going to tell him, hey, calm down, act like you've been here before, just finish the play, don't get overexcited, don't do nothing you're going to regret. And you got to set that example too, Coach. So, Coach Gannon, good on you for apologizing. Amari, be better. Super chat. Daniel Trump, appreciate you, man, coming through with the $5. Good job on the show. Let's see if the Bears can improve through better coaching as the season progresses. We've never seen that before. Now, we haven't really seen the Bears, get better later in the season. We've seen them, make some strides and things like that. Almost 300 yards of passing. Is that what we're reading? Can we scroll up just a little bit? Almost 300 yards of passing. Agree to disagree. The running game does not need to be successful. They only need to keep giving the threat of running. Oh, yeah, I agree. They must have been arguing with each other in the chat. Herb, go be a Washington fan then since you hold Jay Daniels' sack. Hey, call it what you will. Tim, if you watch that boy play and it's not impressive to you, cool. You continue to hate on him. I'm going to continue to enjoy the way that he plays the game at a very, very high level. Shout out to Jay Daniels. Cup it. We got to go, man. I got to actually make my way up to Hallis Hall. The Bears are back at work today. They got press conference, they got practice, and they got open locker room. So I'm about to jump on the E-way and head up there, holler at the guys, see what they feeling ahead of this huge, potentially season-swinging game Monday night out in D.C. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all so very much. It means a ton to me. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share with at least one football fan. Huge shout out, special thanks to Gene for coming through and giving me a sawbuck. Shout out to all of our sponsors, the ones you saw during the commercial breaks and also the ones you see positioned here. Talked about Moore's Beer. Famo as well. Family and money only. Shout out to Westside, man. Famo brand, we appreciate y'all as always, man. Huge shout out to P.I. producing, making everything look and sound as it should. Appreciate you doing all the hard work, my brother. Shout out to Terrence. I'm Herb, man. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.